Hello, Phelps friends. This is going to be Language Arts 1.04, retelling a story with details using the story to market. We have 3 chunks in this lesson. It might be a little long, but you are welcome to take a break, pause it, and come back anytime you need. The first chunk is going to be letters and words. We're going to learn about the letter M. We're going to learn about some compound words, and we're going to do some sight word practice. Then you can take a break. And then we're going to do some reading strategies. And that's going to be reading the story to market and using the pictures to help us figure out words we don't know. Then we can take a break. And then we're going to do some writing, our writer's workshop, where we're going to practice writing about a topic, about something that the story is about. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to share it to our lesson. So I'm not going to make it full screen because I'm going to flip. You know what? I will make it full screen because I can just undo that. So we're going to make it full screen. Apparently, I have a new computer and it does not just go full screen when I press F11. There we go. Okay. So meow, meow, meow. Moo. What sound does a cow make? What about a cat? Make these animal sounds. It says as loud as you can, but if your baby sister is sleeping and taking a nap right now, or mom and dad are asking for some quiet time, or grandma is just like, I need you to be quiet, should you do this really loudly? No. So we're just going to go ahead and do it. Whisper. Meow, meow, meow. Now we're going to be a cow. Moo, moo. It's a whisper cow. All right, we're going to go on an alphabet safari. You can get up and dance. I'm not going to do it because it's awkward when I'm doing a video.
On an alphabet safari, what will we see? Consonant creatures and vowel village families. A alpaca napping with B bear. C camel and D dolphin like to share. There's E elk and F falcon playing with G gorilla. Oh, what fun! On an alphabet safari, what will we see? Consonant creatures and vowel village family. H horse and I iguana singing with J jellyfish and his mama. K kangaroo and L leopard runs with M monkey whose shirt is zipper. On an alphabet safari, what will we see? Consonant creatures and vowel village family. N narwhal swims with O octopus, while P penguin takes the school bus. Q quail and R raccoon. S eagle and T turtle too. On an alphabet safari, what will we see? Consonant creatures and vowel village family. U umbrella bird loves to dance. V vulture and W walrus take a chance. X-ray fish is very shy. Y yak and Z zebra wave goodbye. On an alphabet safari, what will we see? Consonant creatures and vowel village family.
Alrighty. So this gives the summary that I just did. So we're going to skip on to the next page. Now, this page is going to be working with the letter M, which we have also done with our phonics, our foundations lessons. So I like the foundations because it's a little more consistent, but this is great learning too. So the letter M is part of the consonant creature club. Consonants are the letters that aren't vowels. Vowels are, look at my mouse, A, E, I, O, and U. All those other letters are consonants. So the letter M, monkey starts with M. Mangoes and milk starts with M. What about macaroni with meatballs? So there's a lot of foods that go, M is for monkey. And let's look at some other words. Now, I don't have to read this word to you. First, let's take a look at the picture. Can you take a guess? What is this picture of? Say it quietly. What is it? A mouse? You are correct. It is a mouse. All right, the next picture. Oh, we did this for foundations. M, man, Do it with me. M, man, Let's do it again. M, man, Do it with me. Man. I just gave that one away. Okay, now look at this woman. And she has a little girl with her. What could we call that woman who has a daughter? And it starts with an M. Mom. That starts with M. And last one, looks like a grocery store. But we're talking about the letter M. Does grocery store start with M? No, it doesn't. What about market? Does market start with M? Yes, it does. So that one, I'm going to take a guess and say it's market. And I'm a grown-up who can read, but we'll press play.
Market.
We were right. Okay, here it says to record yourself saying M words. We're not doing that. Skip. All right, M is for mystery. The word mountain starts with M. And when we write the letter M, it's kind of like we're drawing two mountains. You know, I start at the plane line, down to the grass line, trace to the plane line, down to the grass line, trace to the plane line, do two bumps. So I call them bumps, but they call them mountains. Let's watch their video.
To write the uppercase M, start at the top and slide down to the bottom. Slide back to the top and slant down to the right until you reach the bottom.
Whoa.
Slant up to the right until you reach the top. Slide down to the bottom.
Mrs. Phelps did not preview this video. Okay, we're just not going to worry about the capital M.
Write the lowercase m, start at the middle and slide down to the bottom.
Plane line to the grass line.
Slide back up the line to the middle and
Trace
make a curve to the right that slides straight down to the bottom.
Down to the grass line.
From the bottom, slide back up to the middle
Trace to the plane line.
and curve to the right and down to the bottom.
Do two bumps.
We have learned how to write the letter M.
Good for you, video. All right, so it says to go ahead and do your own worksheet. So I figured out this nifty little trick. Ha! There's your worksheet. So why did they tell you to trace it? Because they don't even show it in that. Okay, whatever. That's a teacher thing I'm going to puzzle over later. What you're going to do on this one is you're going to trace the letters M. I always do start at the, look at my mouse. I didn't change my mouse to yellow today. I'm sorry, friends. But look at where my mouse is here. And I always start at the skyline, make a line down, and then pick it up. They traced. Not the end of the world, but you're going to trace this. Look at the pictures. All right, going back. Full screen again. Boo, boo. And we're going to go to the next page. We're going to be doing a magic trick where we take one word and we take another word and we put them together and it makes a new word. Not a completely brand new word. It's still the two words, but it changes the meaning a little bit. Mrs. Phelps, are you crazy? A little bit, but not because of this. These are called compound words. So when you read, we have some short words and we have some longer words. And the short words are like my and like and I is at. Sometimes those long words, there's sometimes two short words that have been put together to make a brand new word, a compound word. The word mailbox is two short words, the word mail and the word box. So look at my picture here. Look at my mouse. Ooh, there's some mail. There's a box. And when you put it together, you make it the word mailbox. And we're going to do a short activity. First picture. Now I'm not even going to read it to you. Tell me, what is that picture of where my mouse is? That red stuff. What is that? It's meat. If you said steak, that works too, but it's meat. And then this one here, it's round. You play with it. It goes bounce, bounce, bounce. It's a what? Ball. So if I take meat and I take ball and I put them together, what do I get, friends? I get meatball. Oh, that sounds delicious. Oh, I know what I'm going to have for dinner. All right. I take the word. Ooh, what is that thing in the sky at night? What is it? Moon. It's the moon. And then not the sun. This picture is not of the sun, but I can turn the something on and off. It's dark outside. I need a flashlight to give me some light. It's light. So we take moon and we take light and we put them together and we get, what is it? Moonlight. All right, last one. I take, comes from a cow. Oh, a cow goes moo and we drink it. It's, what is it? Milk. And then when you meet someone, sometimes you'll shake their hand. That's showing the handshake. Well, handshake is actually a compound word itself, but you shake. So if I put milk and I put shake together, what do I get? Milkshake. Okay, that would also be good, but not for dinner. That's a sometimes treat. Okay, so now we're going to work with some sight words. So we've practiced all these sight words. We've been doing them for a while now, and I'm hoping they're starting to stick in your brain really well. We have these two words, look at my mouse, that we're going to be doing today. This one says he. What does it say? Okay, this means you're listening. This means you're repeating. So look at the word. Don't look, if I tell you to listen and repeat, and I got myself in this little corner over here, you can't really see my hand while I'm telling you to look at the word. So look at the word, and I'll just tell you. Read the word he. Say the word he. Let's whisper the word. Look at the word he. Now I want you to say that word like a cow would. I don't know how a cow would read, but we're going to try. All right, let's say it like a cow. He. Let's spell that word. H-E. Read it. He. Spell it. H-E. Read it. He.
He.
Thanks, computer. This word, now that A, that's an A. That's a computer A. That's why it looks all crazy like that. That's how the computer makes it. But it's A-T. At. We're going to read it together. At. Look at the word. Point at it. Point at that word. It's okay to point at the word. Point at the word. Read it. At. Hold on. Read it again. At. Spell it for me. A-T. Read it. At.
At.
Oh, it's a different person. Okay, so I'm going to play this. And looking here, you're going to point and tell me the word that it says. So it's going to read a word, and you're going to point at it, and you're going to tell it to me. Pointing at it is the most important part.
I.
All right, which one of these says I? Are you pointing at it? 3, 2, 1. I. All right, correct. Next word, listening.
I.
Okay, I click next. Okay, next word.
He.
He. Looking at all those sight words, do you see the word he? Starts with that sound. Hint, we also had it up here. 3, 2, 1. Is that the word? Let's submit it. Correct. All right, next word. Let's read it, or let's hear it.
At. At.
At. Oh, we just did that one up here. Point to the word at. Find it for me. Where's the word at? Find it in 3, 2, 1. Read it. At. Submit. Correct. Our next word.
See.
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 All right, find the word see. You hear how I'm making that first sound real big? See. There's no other words that start with the s sound. That's S. Find it in 3, 2, and 1. Boom. Submit and correct. Next word.
Like.
Like. All right. Like. Like. Finding the word like. Oh, which one of these looks like it would be like? 3, 2, 1. Boom. All right. Correct. Kind of cheating because I already know they're correct. Let's hear this one.
My.
My. Looking around here, do you see the word my? My. My starts with an m. There's 2 words here that start with m. Which one do you think is my? Well, I will tell you, as far as I remember, they didn't show you this word. That one's a surprise to me, but I'm not perfect. We'll click this one and submit. That one's the word my, M-Y. Next word.
The.
The. Now, the is a really kind of tricky one because what letter goes z? That's TH, which we'll learn later this year. But the starts with a TH. Which one of these says the? You should be pointing. Use that finger. Point at it. All right, point in 3, 2, 1. The. Correct. And the last one.
Me.
Me. Now, I might have missed something, but I don't remember them going through and showing that to us. But we can learn new words. Me. Me. All righty. And then this is just telling you some different sight word practice that you can do. Also in that learning packet that you have at your home or that your computer or your grown-up printed off, or it's on the computer, there are some sight word practice pages in there. All right, we're going to go to the next page. Reading. So if you want to take a break, this is a great time to take a break because we're going to move into reading strategies. Okay, so take your break and we're going to get going. It's ready to read. Market in the middle. Have you ever been to a market? A market is a place where people buy and they sell different things. There's food markets, clothing markets, craft markets, flower markets, Sunday market. This weekend's the last weekend, but by the time this video is posted, it'll be done. So people go to markets and they do some shopping. We're going to look at some pictures of different kinds of markets. So here's a market in India where they're selling saris. And this is a market in, I don't know where, but they're selling all their vegetables outside. And oh, look at this seafood market, delicious. And then here's a, oh, cheese market. Okay, I want to go to all these markets and buy all the food. Okay, so a market is actually a really fun place to be. But we're going to talk about the things that we do when we go to a market. Here's some words I want you to repeat after me. First, next, last. Now you repeat first, next, last. Those are some very important words. When we're trying to remember the beginning, the middle, and the end of a story, first, next, and last are also words we can use to talk about the parts of a story. So the first thing you do when you go to the market is you look around to see what kind of cool stuff there is and what you want to buy. Next, you find that thing you want to buy. Oh, I finally found it. And then the last thing you do is you go and pay for your items, and then they belong to you and you do what you want. Now, if you're ever at a market, is it okay to just go anywhere you want by yourself without your grown-up knowing or seeing or having any idea? Is that safe? Absolutely not. Should you, oh, if you see the foods you like at a market, should you start eating them? No. Oh, there's a toy I like at this market. It's mine. I'm going to play with it and I'm not going to pay for it. Those aren't good choices. Those aren't safe choices. And if you get lost at a market, you can find someone who works at the market or a police officer to help you. Or if you see me, I'm a safe person you could come to, or any of the other teachers at the school. All right, moving on. Picture the word. So sometimes when we read, there's words that we don't know, especially when we're learning how to read. I don't expect you to know these words. We're learning and we're learning them together. But one thing we do when we don't know these words is we look at the pictures to help us. That's why we have so many pictures with our reading in kindergarten, because those pictures are actually helping us be better readers. So I'm going to look at this page here. Look at the boy and look at the pig. What are they doing there? You're supposed to give me an answer. What are they doing? Dancing? Well, this one says they're doing a jig. So if I said the boy and the pig dance a jig, could you guess that jig could mean a dance? Kind of framed that wrong because I should have told you the word jig to begin with. So I'll do better on the next one, hopefully. Now look at this boy. We just talked about it, but if I'm reading a story and it says a market, the boy went to a market, and I don't know what a market is. Could I look at that picture and make a guess? There's pumpkins for sale and vegetables and flowers. Could I guess a market's a place to buy something? Yeah, guessing is very important in our reading because we use those guesses and those clues to help us figure it out. I can make a guess and then look at the word and make the sounds and see if they are the same. Okay, that's going to be skipped. So we're going to read a story. Before we read this story, I want you to remember beginning, middle, and end, or first, next, and last. Before I read the story, you have a page in your packet that looks like this. It has the book. If you want to make your own little book and cut it out and staple it together and follow along and read it, you are very welcome to do that. This is a choice, though. You don't have to do that because you can follow on the story here. All right, oops. So I'm going to read the story. To market. That is the title of the story, the name of it. Oh, look at my mouse because I'm following the words. To market. To buy a fat pig Now look at that picture. The boy is pointing at that pig. So if I didn't know the words, maybe I could figure out the word pig by looking at that picture. So to market, to buy a fat pig. Home again, dancing a jig. So if I didn't know what a jig was, then I could look at that picture. It's a dance. So you can think about all these funny things that we hear about in our stories. Stories help us learn about other things that are true and not true. Do you think a boy would buy a pig just to take him home and dance? No. But does it help us with our reading practice? Yeah. And it's silly. It's ridiculous. It's okay to be silly and ridiculous. Okay, so back to the market we go. So we're going to go back and we're going to think about to market and use that to practice our beginning, our middle, and our end. So we're going to think about what happened. So when they started to dance, what happened when he was at the market? We're going to go ahead and sort these out. So look at the pictures. You can't move these for me. I have to move it. So I'm going to make you do the thinking. Look at the first picture. What are they doing in there? When did that happen in our story? Did that happen at the very beginning? Did it start with the boy dancing with the pig? And then here we have a picture of a boy picking out the thing he wants to buy at the market. And then here we have the boy entering the market and walking around. What would make sense? The boy dancing with the pig at home, and then he goes and buys the pig, and then he goes to the shop to look for the pig? Well, that doesn't make sense. What about the boy went to the market, he found the pig he wanted to buy, and then he danced with him? Does that make more sense? Yeah. So I'm going to move these around, and let's see if we're right. So here's he going to the market, buying the pig, and dancing. But correct. Well, I would hope so. Okay, and when we go to the market, it's a lot of things that are community, the people that we live and work around, something that they're doing. So when we go to a market, we're a good citizen, which basically means we act like a nice person and we're not a jerk. So if I go to the market, should I start eating things off the shelves? If I go to the market, should I take the glass bottles and go whew, and knock them all off? No. If I'm at the market, should I say, well, you'd better get me a cart because I need it and you do my bidding? Do I act like that towards people? No. Do I use my nice words like please and thank you? Do I keep my hands to myself? Do I ask my grown-up if it's okay to do things? Yeah, things like that. We're going to skip that because this is a very, I want to be concise. We're going to take a break. If you need a break, take a break. And we're going to keep going with writing. I want you to know when I did that gesture, I just scratched my eye. So, ow. Okay, we're going to do our writing. So first off, I'm going to explain the thing. So topics. Topics are the main thing you're writing about. I could write about basketball. I could write about sushi. I could write about going mushroom hunting. I could write about, oh, my cats. I could write about kindergarten. There's lots of things you could write about. Now, taking a look at this picture, what do you think you're going to be asked to write about or what they're going to talk about us writing about? What is that thing? It's not a slug, it's a snail. And we learned about those last week with the 6 little snails, not the 6 silly snails, 6 little snails. So I'm going to skip that. And we're going to take a time to write about a topic. Now, in your packet, I have included a paper. You're going to have to turn your head sideways because I don't know how to change it while I'm doing this. And it says, draw a picture of the topic of 6 little snails. And it also says, draw a picture of snails. Make sure to show where they live. So this page here, you're going to draw a picture of snails and where they live. And then what you could also do is use this line here, pretending it's like the right way. And you could write, I see, and then snails. You could write at least I, C, and an S, because you know snail starts with S. All right, skipping on, click and go. So to summarize, we learned about the letter M. We learned to write the letter M. We learned about compound words, which are 2 words put together to make a new one. And we practiced all those sight words. We also learned about our first, next, last for our beginning, middle, and end of a story. And we learned how to use the picture to help us figure out words we didn't know. And then finally, For our writing, we're practicing showing our topic, the important thing that we are writing about. And your practice will be writing about the snails, which means you'll draw a picture showing where the snails live. All right, have a wonderful day, my friends. Oh, you know what? JK, there's one more page. Haha. Oh, Mrs. Phelps, you went the wrong way. There was something at the bottom of the page. I got your hopes up. Okay. Sort the story by what happens in the beginning, middle, and end. I'm going to read it, then you're going to tell me how I move it. Buying a pig. Did that happen in the beginning of the story, in the middle of the story, or the end of the story? Go ahead and tell me. Okay, I'm going to put that away in my brain. Going to the market. Did it happen in the beginning of the story, the middle of the story, or the end of the story? Tell me. Okay, I'm going to keep that in my brain. And then dancing a jig. Beginning, middle, or end of the story. Okay, I got it in my brain. So having all those answers, I'm going to take all the answers all the friends told me, and let's see if we're right. Did he go to the market, buy a pig, and dance a jig? Yes, he did. All right. Next one. I don't even know.
Mailbox. Me.
How am I supposed to do this? Mrs. Phelps, this is ridiculous. Okay, I'm going to point at the word. No, we're going to skip it. We're going to skip it. Not my choice. Okay, it says to submit a quiz. Don't submit a quiz. I hope this was helpful, my friends. I'm doing my best. Have a wonderful day.